Rockingham County. My name's Kevin Berger, Chairman of your Board of Commissioners, and today I wanted to recap the January 21, 2025 Board of Commissioner meeting. One of the things we talked about at the meeting, we were able to receive a grant from Duke Energy. They are a tremendous corporate partner for Rockingham County, and joining me in this discussion is Commissioner Charlie Hall.
Thank you for having me today, Kevin.
Yes, sir. Duke's been a tremendous corporate partner for Rockingham County for many, many years. And Commissioner Hall, do you want to touch on some of that?
Yes. Yeah, Duke has been very supportive of the community. They've made a lot of donations. They've helped us establish parks and several outdoor events and outdoor recreation areas. So we're very appreciative to them for their corporate sponsorship in this community.
Most definitely. And at our meeting, we received a $10,000 grant to the Tourism and Development Authority. Joining us at the meeting were Miss Anna Wheeler and also Lindsay Pegg. They work with us in the TDA department.
Yeah, this grant is going to help us establish an entry and exit point there on the Smith River, there by the dam, near the spray access point. So we're real excited about that.
And I believe it will be the first entry point in the state of North Carolina along the Smith River.
Yes.
The water flowing from Virginia is the first entry point in the state of North Carolina, I believe.
Yeah, so we're just very excited for that. That'll be a wonderful thing for the citizens.
Yes, most definitely. Also at our meeting, we had two rezoning cases. The board has been proponents of property rights for many years. I know when I first got on the board, that was not necessarily the case, and since being on the board, we've been able to transform your county government into one that promotes property rights.
That's true. We were real excited to have one of the properties go from neighborhood commercial back to RA, residential agriculture. So
yes.
We were very tickled for that, and we thought that was a perfect mix for that. And the other rezoning was actually in the corridor, the business corridor along 220. So we felt like that made perfect sense for what the owner was looking to do. So I think that'll be a real plus for the community.
Yes, he rezoned that property to highway commercial. It is adjacent to the Lowe's property that is actually within the town of Mayodan, which, if that was in the county, would also be highway commercial. So very consistent with our land use plan.
Yeah.
And I believe we will continue as a board championing the property rights of the citizens of Rockingham County. The government needs to stay out of your way and not be in your way as far as what you want to do with your property.
That's very true. I think that one of the things people need to realize, we have our UDO land use plan and our UDO. Both of those documents are our guiding documents that we make these decisions on. It's not necessarily, how many people come to vote for or vote against, but our guiding principle is laid down in those documents. And so that's what we look at, and so we'd encourage folks to make themselves familiar with that land use plan as well as the UDO.
Most definitely. Our job is to make sure that we're consistent. And I believe that is our goal moving forward as well. As we concluded on January the 21st, we recessed the meeting until February the 3rd at 4:30 to begin our budget deliberations. At the February 3rd meeting, we will really just lay some parameters out for the management team and administration in what our vision is as a board as far as what to expect with the budget for this fiscal year coming up.
So we're going to be setting priorities, and that way the county administration can use those priorities to help develop the budget, which we'll be talking about basically from February through June.
Yes. Fiscal year for your county government runs from July to June. We'll have a budget adopted no later than hopefully the first or second meeting in June. We usually get a manager's proposed budget a few weeks before that, and our management team done a tremendous job in the past putting a budget together. Budgets are always tight. Your local government funds libraries, Board of Elections, EMS, sheriff's departments, schools, economic development. There's not any fluff in local government. We're not like the federal government where we can print money. What we're dealing with is really departments that you depend on a daily basis.
Kevin, many of these departments, though, are mandated by the state. So it's not like we have the option of providing these services or not. The state actually mandates that we have to provide these services. And so we endeavor to do that as economically as possible.
Yeah, most definitely. The ones we really have discretion over is how much to fund schools, libraries, animal shelter.
When you say fund schools, we don't fund everything with the schools. We don't fund the operations, if you will.
That's
but
right.
We do keep the lights on. We do pay for mowing the grass. We do provide for the capital repairs, trying to keep the roofs from leaking, keep the windows from being busted out, or repairs like that. And what other? There's some other things with that.
Most definitely, and the state sets some parameters as far as state funding based on how much the county funds. So when we provided additional funding this year for the schools, it actually restored money that the state was cutting at this point because the schools had not received an increase for so long due to some really bad narratives that were out there. So we've got to continue to fund our schools to provide a future for our younger generation.
Yes, and as well as the college. We do very similar for the college. We, again, help with capital repairs. We help with utility bills and again, the buildings.
We would love to have people join us at our meetings. Again, our next meeting, it's the recess meeting, February the 3rd at 4:30. Our regularly scheduled meeting is the same day at 6:30. If you can't join us in person, Rockingham Update is a website that you can go to. And then there's also on our website, as far as the county website, you can keep informed as to what's going on with your local government.